Let's start the podcast like this.
Hey everyone, welcome to this amazing podcast. This is a audio podcast, and you can't see what we're doing, but it was just gonna be great. I'm probably really quiet right now, so if watch this on video, because on Spotify it's video. I don't think I can do that. It sounds so bad. I can't project.
Welcome to Jack's. Whoa! I almost called you by your dead name. I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
Wait, are my aglets straight?
What did I call them? Licklets or something?
You call them diglets or dinglets or something.
No.
Oh, sorry. Let's start it before they get worse.
All right. Welcome everybody back to a delicious, delightful, intriguing podcast known as Getting Mooned in some circles of people. Today, we don't have our other two hosts because they're busy. Just kidding. No, I just wanted to, we had some audio issues on the podcast I recorded I was going to put out today, and today's Monday. Try to get on Monday. And that went astray, and they were busy doing other things. So we have our our host in reserve, if you will. We're interviewing him for, yeah. Oh, he isn't our host in reserve yet. This is an interview for it. It's like a job interview, kind of, for that position of host in reserve. You guys probably don't recognize him. He is the famous influencer, No Mods.
Happy to be here, everyone. Well, you're the one asking the questions.
Yeah. So he is in one of my best videos that I've ever done. He actually isn't, because my best video I've ever done is just me, so he's in the second best video I've ever done.
Is it the Power Drill Massacre? Brand new game.
We don't talk about that. No, I don't know. It's the Kingdom Come Deliverance. So watch that series on my YouTube, everyone. Don't watch this guy, though. He stinks. Just kidding. Our first viral hit we did together was wait, what was it? Chained Together. Just kidding. It wasn't viral, but it was fun. That was a fun series. So watch
really
that.
Fun.
And then watch this channel. But yeah, we're gonna get into this interview right away. No small talk, no nothing. Just going in raw. So I think we're gonna start out with a little bit more serious questions. Just kidding.
Okay.
Actually, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Why am I leaning back? You guys can't hear me. I use ChatGPT to make these questions, guys, and they're like
the best.
They're like kind of business oriented, so it's like some of them don't really apply. Let's start out with some softballs. So, if your life were a movie, what would the title be?
Naked and Afraid. I don't know.
No, I get it, because you were born naked and afraid.
Yeah.
That's how it starts out. Yeah.
No, probably. I don't know. That's a good question.
I like that.
If my life was a movie,
I wouldn't mind to be Jacob Unchained. It'd be like Django Unchained, but I'm not a slave. But I go and shoot a bunch of.
Is that the movie with?
No.
Okay, I don't know. You probably have to censor that. I don't even know what that movie is called. I've just seen clips of it.
Yeah.
If my life was a movie title,
yeah,
I'm thinking, Cars 2, baby.
Cars 5, yeah.
Is there a fourth one?
I think Oh no, it is. Yeah, it would be Cars 4. I was thinking 4 was the third one. Yeah, there's only 3.
I don't know.
No, that'd be
Um,
fun.
no, honestly, I don't. That's a tough one because
Yeah.
I've never thought about that
You're
before.
not doing so well.
I
in this
don't really
interview.
watch very many
Just kidding.
movies either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a watch YouTube and then try and beat the competition. There's
Yeah,
this
they got a
YouTuber.
mindset.
There's this YouTuber that I've been watching. What is it? Jack of all trades, I think.
Haven't heard of him.
You haven't heard of him? He makes
It's a weird name.
terrible content. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make all my videos better than. No, I'm just kidding. No. But,
All right, we can give a pass on this one, I guess. You're not doing very well at the interview. You might not get the spot of emergency host. So, you're welcome, audio listeners. What is the weirdest thing you believed in as a kid?
As a kid,
Yeah. That my dad would come back. Okay.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, probably. I was thinking about this the other day. I was, that I would get arrested for like measly things.
Yeah.
Like when, like, I'm the oldest, so I've never had, like, you know what it's like. You know, I've never had older siblings tease me unless it's like an uncle or something.
Yeah.
But probably, like, I think this was my dad told me, maybe it wasn't my dad. It was someone in my family. Like, if I misbehaved, I'd get arrested or something like that. And that's probably that or the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Because
I thought he was Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
You did.
Because I saw that movie.
It makes sense.
So, yeah. This is actually a funny question. I didn't read this. So ChatGPT is like throwing up hands. They're going out. So if your 10-year-old self met you today, would they be disappointed about you? Or what would they be disappointed about when I saw you?
I'd be disappointed that I'm not a millionaire by now.
Yeah.
I was expecting to be a millionaire by 18 when I was 10. I was like, as soon as I move out, I'm going to be a millionaire.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, I'm gonna, I don't remember what I wanted to do.
You're going to be a famous sumo wrestler. Okay, we'll move on.
Heck yeah.
Well,
I could still do that.
Cool.
I still could do that.
If you're not Japanese. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyways, this title of questions is under career and passion with a twist. So let's see what they are. If your job. And your job's an influencer, by the way. He's a social media influencer. Had a theme song, what would it be?
If it had a theme song?
Yeah, it's a kind of weird question. But...
a theme song? I want to make a theme song. I don't want to just choose one.
Yeah.
It'd probably be something really corny.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really thought about that.
I don't know,
actually,
this is kind of a hard one, honestly. Like I was thinking about for myself. I'm like,
a theme song.
Yeah.
Just a white guy from Idaho, something like that, you know.
Yeah, like a country western.
Yeah.
Song. No, mine would be
like lots of banjos.
Yeah. Bing, bing, bing. It would be what is it called? I Will Survive by like the one is like at first I was afraid I was
I love that song.
That would be mine.
Wait, no, you got the part where it's like where she talks about what is it? Forget it. It's where she's
I don't
talking
know
about
that song very well.
like a dude comes out from the war. The
What?
same girl sings a different
I
song.
need a hero.
That one, yeah. That's
That
that
would be kind of funny,
one.
actually. And you're the hero. I'm just kidding. This also is really funny because, like, it. No, we're no. Well, I'll just ask it. What's something you do at work that feels illegal? But it
Feels
isn't?
illegal.
Yeah.
Probably stealing money. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Probably it feels illegal.
This is such a weird question.
Something I do at work.
ChatGPT's like assuming like you're a plumber or something.
I'm not a
But you
plumber.
are a
I work
social
at.
media influencer. No, that's not.
Oh.
That's a hobby.
Oh yeah, that's my hobby right now.
Your Winko hobby.
Yeah. Something that I. If there was like a legal amount of Vine booms you could put in a video, I
That does seem
probably went
illegal.
over that
Yeah.
every single video. That feels illegal. Every time I go to upload a video, it's just.
It's pretty funny though. They're on par.
They're all sometimes they're just
struggle.
random.
Sometimes I struggle finding a good placement for Vine booms. All right. What's the wildest excuse you ever heard, or I'll add, given to someone for being late?
Heard?
Yeah, or said to somebody for being late.
Said to somebody.
Yeah.
I heard, like, I don't know if this is really that wild. Well, okay. What was it? What was the question? Was it wild or?
Weird, wildest, yeah. Like, I'll just say like the most interesting or like craziest or like I don't know.
So one of my friends from college, I'm not gonna name any names, but he failed a class because he missed. He is over the age of like 21.
Yeah.
He got super drunk one night.
Yeah.
And then woke up and then he woke up and then fell right back to sleep, woke up again, his throat hurt, fell asleep again, woke up, went to the doctor, and then fell asleep again. So he was down for like 3 days.
Oh wow.
Because he got super drunk and passed out and then got strep throat after that.
That's funny.
Which I don't even know how that happens, because isn't it like a disinfectant? Unless it's already in your body.
That is, I never thought about that. That's funny. Yeah, I should have drank.
You should have drank more.
More, yes. Don't drink, kids, or you'll fail your class.
Yeah.
And and get strep throat.
Get strep throat.
What is, or was it? The question was something like, where was a moment in your life like, oh, this is how it ends, or like a moment you had, like close to death moment.
This is how it ends. Probably when I got married. No, I'm just kidding. So over the summer, I hit a massive deer. My Jeep, massive. And
our audio viewers were miming deer size with my hands. Mine was about the size of a house cat. His was the size of a moose.
Mine was probably the size of a healthy heifer. Yeah. But anyways, I was going through. I was driving through like this little canyon in Riggins, Idaho. Mile marker 193. See?
If you know where that is, triangulate his house. Triangulate where he lives. Do it. No. Find him. Find him. He works at Winco. Just kidding.
And I see a like a flash of something jump over the side rail. I'm not admitting to anything. but it was like, I think it was a 55 or a 65 down that road, but I was going like 80 something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was during the summer. I was trying to get home quick to see my parents. It's like an 8-hour drive. And I see a flash of something, and then I just hear like a smash. My something starts sliding under the car, and so when I hit the brake, or no, it doesn't start sliding under the car. First, it rolls over my hood, rolls over my windshield, into my roof basket, and then falls off the side. And I look back, and I'm pulling through like there's like a median on this side that goes to like a truck stop.
Yeah.
So I pull over there, and I just see like smoke coming out of my under my hood and everything. And then like I sat there, and I'm just like, that was a big boy.
Yeah.
It was big because
Like, that's dinner.
well, I looked back and it took up probably 2/3 of the lane
Mm-hmm.
when it was sitting in the road. Like, it was fat,
Yeah.
but that was probably like as soon as I felt that,
You're
felt
like,
me hit that thing,
well,
like started playing back memories.
this is it. Yeah.
No, it wasn't really
Go
that
back
bad,
to
but
your
it was,
naked and afraid days when you were born.
I started remembering exiting the birth canal.
That was actually more traumatizing than the car accident.
Yep.
Kind of crazy. All right. Well, let's see. Uh, these questions are just funny. Like, they just don't really apply. But if aliens came to Earth, and you had to explain your job to them, a social media influencer, how would you do it? Like, let's say we're an alien, come down. Actually, you're just like farming your potatoes, and I'm like,
I'm an influencer though. Why am I farming potatoes?
for content.
Oh, okay.
Potato vlog. So I fly over. I'm like, found
Hey guys,
human.
welcome back to my potato farm.
We're sucking you up. Hello, human. Before we probe you, we must ask you a few questions. First question: How tall are you? And be real.
6'2".
You're lying. We saw the one video you did with Jack of all trades. We know the
He
real
got me.
height.
5'3".
No. What does that smile? All right, next question. If you had to explain your job to us,
It worked.
what would you do?
I make people laugh and get sad and cringe on the internet.
That's great. You make people sad. I did not know that.
Sometimes I make people sad. Sometimes I make people very happy. Sometimes I make people very.
We don't want this one. Send him
angry.
back. Send him back. Send him. Whoosh. All right, they shoot you out because you got rejected because you made them feel sad and a little bit excited.
Whoa.
All right.
Calm down,
Oh, that's
aliens.
interesting. Okay. Let's see if I can find an interesting, more serious question before I start getting into the job-related questions.
Okay.
What motivates you to make videos?
So I'll be sitting at work and I get a text on my phone. Like I have sisters who watch my videos and they'll text me and they'll be like, "Hey, when are you making a new video?" Or I'll be calling like my mom or something. And then my sisters will one of my sisters will pick up the phone and she'll be like, "Hey, when are you making a new video? It's been like 11 days."
3 weeks.
I'll
3
be like-
weeks right now. 3 weeks. No mods hasn't uploaded. I mean, he actually just uploaded because by the time this comes out, he's gonna upload.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding.
Sure. And then so that just kind of, I like to hear feedback from people that they're like, "Hey, I like your videos, keep doing what you're doing. You'll get there someday,
Yeah. No, you're there right now. That's why you
Oh
got
yeah,
the greatest
90
podcast.
subscribers, baby. Hopefully this will get me the clearance that I need to hit
Yeah, this
100,
will
baby.
launch you up. Our last podcast got like 7 views, so
Dang.
on YouTube, I think. Yes. So you've passed the personnel questions, and now you're on to the main interviewer, becoming our emergency host for Getting Moon podcast. So I'm going to give you some scenarios, and let's see some normal podcasting scenarios. So you're off. You're getting us our drinks. Me, Elijah, and Isabel our drinks for the podcast because you're also kind of like an intern type deal.
Okay.
Elijah wants a delicious Sprite cranberry. Isabel wants a Barks root beer, but in a glass. And then I, of course, want something from our sponsor, Sir Kyle. Sir Kyle is a delicious. Just kidding. I want Circle. Like, actually, I just want there you go. I changed my mind. It's similar to Sir Kyle. I just want like Gatorade packets of just like the powdered Gatorade stuff. That's what I want. But you go to the store and you go inside and there's an old lady who's grabbing the last of the 3-in-1 combo of Barks root beer glass, Gatorade packets, and Sprite cranberry. What do? It's the last one, and you're in the next closest grocery store is in 1,000 miles, and the podcast starts in 48 seconds, and you have to be there. We're right across the street, though. We're doing it in a car.
48 seconds. Okay, what I do? Pick up my Samsung Galaxy S24, and I would call the podcast studio. I'd be like, "Yo, they're out of everything. What do I get?" And then Elijah would dunk it, or wait, Elijah would respond with, "I want a 7-Up cherry," and then Isabel would respond with, "I want an A&W root beer instead," and then you would respond with, "I want the Sir Cal instead of the Gatorade." And then I would get them, and then I would
That's
just
true.
leave.
That is our second
really
picks.
quick.
It's crazy that you know what our second picks would be for favorite drinks. That's awesome. So I'll give you a nice written score on my paper I have here.
Oh, nice paper. I almost leaked my social security number. I was going to show you guys the paper, but I forgot it had some information on it.
That'd be funny. Hey, next time we get them on, live leak social security number here at the Getting Moon podcast. We will have no mod social security number. You can get whatever you want.
All right, the first number is 9.
Oh.
1. 1.
If you don't get that, watch the video that was in. I don't remember. Oh wait, it was in like
short.
was it? No, the less lethal was a YouTube short. I think that's actually my highest YouTube short. Taking my highest video. But what was I going to say? It's in like
Gary's Mod
Gmod,
something.
Roleplay, Cop, Neighborhood, something like that. You guys find it. You're intuitive. All right. So next scenario. So we just finished with our podcast, and we're satiated. Our thirstiness. We're
satiated
because we've been drinking our. I'm not really satiated. I just am high off of Sir Cal tablets or whatever are in those. But everybody else has had their drinks and are dozing off for a nice nap, and we will all want our rest. A very nice rest. So you're stationed from the house because your job's also. We have a podcast house, by the way. We drove back to the podcast house because we were doing the podcast in the car in the parking lot. Now we're back at our podcast house. But you provide security at our house, and you have to make sure nobody wakes us up. So there's a group of nuns, Girl Scouts, are with the nuns, and disabled veterans. They're rolling up to the front door. And they're being a little loud. They're talking about their similarities and stuff. And it looks like they're trying to solicit. And our doorbell is the Vine Boom sound. And if they ring it, we're all going to wake up and be enraged. And we might do some bad things to these people. Because we don't get our rest. So, what is your plan to deter the situation?
AK-47
Oh,
strapped on my back,
all right.
walked down the stairs, and I pointed at the nuns.
Just the
And then just the nuns, because the nuns will will know what it is. Well, maybe the disabled. No, I can't point it at the disabled veterans.
It's too much.
I'll
Do
point
to
it.
the nuns.
I'll point it at the nuns. And then they'll be like so caring, and be like, "Hey, Girl Scouts, disabled veterans, follow me. Let's not solicit, because they have 12 AK-47s in there, and he has 6 of them on his back." I know I only said one, but I changed the story. I have 6 on my back.
Yeah, no, it's your story. It's your security position. We give you unlimited funds for AKs, just for AKs though.
Yeah.
Well,
Did I say 12? 1,200.
Oh my goodness, you are. If you were in a Fallout game, you would be overcumbered with stuff, but you could still walk though. I don't know. That situation is interesting because I feel like out of all those people, the nuns are kind of old and stuff, and they got those like cowls or whatever.
Aren't
can't
those
really see
cowls
that much.
bulletproof though?
Yeah, but they can't see very well, and I feel like the Girl Scouts would see at first, and the veterans don't like have eyes and stuff. So,
Yeah, but if I was pointing at the nuns, the Girl Scouts would see me pointing it at the nuns, so they would warn them.
I guess, but you're also criticizing your employer, so that's a minus point. You now have 2 points because I gave you 3.
Oh,
and
okay.
you have another one because the situation failed. The Girl Scouts saw it, freaked out. The veterans all pulled out their concealed Glocks with switches on them and just lit you up.
What was I supposed to do anyways? Just pull out my Davy Crockett launcher and blow the whole house to smithereens?
Hey, I don't know. You gotta come up with something. That's your job. It's your job. So maybe we'll hire a different security guard, but you're still on drink duty, so.
Drink duty?
Alright, finally, after the dust settles and we scrape your body up and clone you back, we are getting ready for our next podcast, but we're a little bit drowned out of ideas. And you know how we get ideas? We do like an Impractical Joker style thing where we give you we all suit up in a van and watch you through like hidden cameras, and we give you an earpiece and we tell you to do the most craziest things to strangers in public. So you're given a situation. Your wife's best friend comes up, and we don't know it's your wife's best friend, and we tell you to no, how do I phrase this? And just kidding, I'm not gonna say that. You have a permanent Sharpie marker, and you actually put that in your pocket. You don't use that.
Okay.
You go up to her, and we have you say some flirty things with her, and she doesn't know that. Well, actually, no, she does know that you're her best friend's husband, but she's flirting back, and you're in this weird situation, and then we tell you to kiss her. What do you do?
Not do it.
But if you don't do it, we need you to do it. Are you willing to sacrifice your wife for this podcast? Is what I'm really trying to ask.
You know what? No.
What? What? We run up to you and we take out that permanent Sharpie and we permanentize failure on your forehead and send you back home. But actually, that was the correct answer. You passed. 2 out of 3.
Yes.
66%. You get the job.
66. Wait, I got it?
Yep.
Wait, I didn't even have to wait for an email?
Nope. We get it right here. You're starting your job right now. Your first order in your job is to go give me some Surcal. There you go. You did it. You did it, folks.
But now I'm gonna
Okay. Oh, there you go. I gotta.
So for all of you guys who don't know me and have just been watching the Wojak channel, I have been all over Idaho for the past. What is that in my camera?
It's you.
For like the past 2 years. Jeez, what is happening? I started to go to college at the University of Idaho, and so this is, no one knows this on my YouTube channel. This is more like personal.
No
This is more of like a personal setting. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I moved up here. I want to say June. No,
Was that
not
early?
June. That's really
Did
early.
you get a August or September?
It was September 2023. I moved up here with my girlfriend at the time. Yeah, I'm not gonna disclose names yet, even though you guys probably have already figured it out. But she was going to college up here, so basically I followed her. You know, we had she had her dorm, and I had my dorm. It was like 2 floors below hers.
I didn't know that.
In the Theophilus Tower at University of Idaho. And
find him.
I'm not there anymore. And then I was living there, and I did 1 semester of school, and I dropped out because it's not that it was hard. I just wanted to pursue other things. I wanted to get married, and I didn't want I wanted to finish school later, and it wasn't really my biggest interest at the time. So right now I'm just anyways, I'll get that later. I'll get to that later. But yeah, I proposed to her January of 24, and we got married August 10th, 2024. And now after that we moved up here, back up to where University of Idaho is, around that town. Not gonna disclose where, but we are just living here while she's finishing school. So then she's gonna get done with it soon, and we're gonna move back down south of Idaho, where all my family is and all her family is. So it'll be fun. But that's a little bit about me. That's more Nomad's lore. I just dropped on y'all faces.
We just live in the flesh, Nomad exclusive content. And if you keep watching, Nomads is gonna drop his credit card protection pin, the 3-digit protection pin on his credit card.
Here's my Sir Cal warranty number. I just leaked that.
Take it. Say you stole it. Somebody frame him. Oh, that's cool. I know. Anyways, I know I haven't really disclosed my story. Not the viewers don't know anything about me. I don't know if this is the time or place, but it could be.
Okay, that could be.
Or it could not be. Because I don't know. Also, yeah. So Isabel Moon is my sister. Lore. I don't know. I think people knew that, but and the people who obviously watch this know that, but. We might do an episode with just me and her talking about our experiences growing up with some more lore.
Okay.
But I could tell you what I'm doing now, I guess. So I am at a school in Idaho, and some would say the best. Just kidding.
One of the best, the second best.
I was trying to.
I'm just kidding.
Best. Yeah. What's the Y? Best. Yeah. University. University. That's what it's called. BYU. Yeah, best university independence. BYUI. That's what some people call it. It's just me, really. Nobody else calls it that.
That's what some people call it.
What a great school. No, I'm here studying mechanical engineering, but I'm thinking of switching to an easier engineering. Because there's, for people who don't know, there's, at least here, we have welding engineering, automotive engineering, and manufacturing engineering. And they're a little bit easier. You don't have to you take less like math intensive classes. And it's a lot more like application. Like welding, you do a lot of welding, obviously. I don't really know about the other two. Automotive, you do like car stuff, but manufacturing, I don't really know. It seems kind of boring. But I thought about welding because I'm interested in metallurgy. I can talk to you guys about knives. Should this be knife segment?
Knife segment. Hold on. Wait. Can I be right back?
Yeah.
I got some sick knives.
To be back. To be continued. Big back. And we're back, guys. We're back with knife segment with our emergency podcast host, No Mods, and me, Wojak, or Jacob Moon, or getting mooned. You know what my name is. You know what I'm saying. It's a knife.
Hold on, I gotta turn off this dang filter.
So.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
He's having a little issues with the OBS sign.
There we go.
Is there something you would like to share? Also, your filter's gone.
I know.
Okay.
Here's my knife. This is the one that I am showcasing today. So you can't even see anything. Basically,
what is the brand?
It's a Dauntless knife.
Never say Dauntless. Sponsored by Dauntless.
MFG is not sponsored. But if you want to,
if there's any knife sponsors, I will like no matter what. I like all knives, unless you're. I would like all knife companies to sponsor me. But if you're like something like Amazon, like there's like 50 different knives under 50 different brands. Like I wouldn't like a sponsor from that. I probably wouldn't accept it. But really, any other like major knife company, I would accept. Actually, I don't like Benchmade. We can talk about that later. Yeah. Everybody, I don't know. If people watch this, probably don't know what Benchmade is, so.
I had a Benchmade knife, but I lost it.
I don't know.
But it was the coolest thing. Sorry.
I have a knife episode. But yeah, you have your Dauntless. What did you say?
I have a Dauntless, and then I have one that I keep in my car. It's another Dauntless. It's just, this one's massive. It's like probably like way above average size for a knife. You'd probably say like.
All right, I'm gonna go off, guys. So I get into things a lot. So let's go into it. The year was 2020. Little Wojak was here's a age drop maybe. If you can figure it out, Little Wojak was a junior in high school, and the pandemic happened in the middle of my junior year. I was home. I had nothing to do. Well, I did have homework, but I blew that off. Because I was sad. No, I wasn't sad. But I was... The show Alone had been out for a little while, and I was like kind of like wanting to do survival stuff, and I was watching a lot of like survival YouTube people. It was actually a lot bigger thing then. It's kind of gone down, but it was like survival and like doomsday preppers kind of things. It was kind of funny because none of that stuff, like, they go crazy. And it was very interesting, but my brain was like entangled with all these knives. So there's a guy, John something, on Alone. He had a knife that's called a kukri, and you guys might know, but it's curved, has a large belly, but it's like curved, and it's good for chopping. But also,
I have one.
You do? You can go grab it if you want, and I'll keep talking.
Okay.
All right. Well, essentially, what was I saying? Yeah, so I wanted to get a kukri for like my survival stuff, because we lived on a decent amount of property. So we had like a little tiny forest, so I could go chop at logs and stuff. So I did a ton of research, and I found I think that it was between two different things. It was this like nicer kukri. It came from a name brand. It was Condor's the brand. Um, Condor Heavy Duty Kukri is what it's called, and I believe the guy who I saw on Lost, John whatever, actually partnered with Condor. I'm like 80% sure this happened, and actually made his own kukri with them. But this was the one beforehand. I think this is the one he actually brought on alone. This was like $80, which is a lot of money for Wojak. I didn't have a job. I actually got one during COVID. I don't think I had one yet though. Maybe I did. There he is. But I was like, is it we can do this or like an Amazon special? And they both were made out of like the same material. And I talked to my dad, and he's like, yeah, if you're gonna get something you're gonna use, you want to get something good. You know, it's not gonna break. So I'm like, all right, we'll get the nice one. So I got the nice kukri, and that I got my addiction to knives. That was the first little taste I got because it was this nice heavy duty. It's not compared to knives I have now. It's not like the best, but it was like definitely it's super thick, so it's obviously heavy duty. But it was a little taste of what I could have, and now I've gone and explored out, which I'll show you guys what I have in a second. This is just what I have at college. I have way more at home. But yeah, you have your knife.
My kukri is in my parents' house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
But I found this special Amazon brand Ned Foss knife.
I remember, so new lore. Me and Noah are cousins. Just kidding. I think we said that. But our grandparents that we share. I remember actually. This was before I got into knives, but I think as a little boy, you have a desire for knives. So we were going past the gas station, and this is my first time. My grandparents drove me to Utah, and I spent a week there just me, by myself, and it was like the first time I had done that. And we went past the gas station. There was like just like a $15 special. It was actually at an Indian reserve. So reserve. What is that? Reservation. Yeah. At like a casino. There's a gas station like outside the casino, and there's a bunch of like cool stuff there, like a bunch of like cool or like porcelain statues type of things, like horses and mermaids and like trolls and stuff. Kind of fun as a kid. But yeah, they just had a case full of like kind of fun looking knives, and this one was like a quote unquote automatic. It was just spring assisted knife that you like had this thing you flicked out. And that was fun, super aggressive looking. I ended up years later like using it to throw at things because I had better knives, and it broke. So I think I just threw it away. But yeah, and then actually I think before that my first knife I got for like my 8th birthday because in Boy Scouts. Do you remember this in Boy Scouts? You get it's some like knife certificate you can get. Which all it is you sitting down
knife
with like
safety or something.
Yeah, there's like a name like tender something certificate. Tenderbird, yeah, something interesting. But I got that, and you can only get that when you're a certain age in Boy Scouts, at least our troop. That's how it worked. And you just talk to the guy and talk about like blood circle, and remember blood circle. Yeah. If somebody has a knife, you stay at arm's length away.
Yep.
And then after like my 8th birthday, my dad got me. It was actually a Gerber Paraframe, and I still have it. It's actually a really nice knife for beginners. I really liked it. It's a very good start because later on when I dove deeper into knife stuff, I found that it was a good choice, and a lot of people really like it.
Yeah.
You know, I watched a bunch of knife YouTube videos. Blade HQ, shout out. No, there's just a knife company, or what is it? Like a knife distributor? Because they don't make knives. They just have a bunch on their website. It's actually very good. I find their search platform to be the best when buying knives because you can choose blade length, blade shape, materials used in handle, materials used in the blade. There's a ton of different options. You can really like find what you want. And it's not just like wood, metal. It's like wood, fiberglass, whatever this is called. What is this? I don't know. Whatever these
carbon.
Materials. Yeah.
No,
it's not carbon.
Kydex.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. No,
Yeah, I don't.
Kydex
I'm
is
not
like
gonna
holster
remember.
material.
Or just like normal plastic, or I think this is some sort of like um, fiberglass, I believe. I'm not gonna remember. But yeah, it's nice. But their videos are very much trying to sell you something, and I kind of like. And I felt like before, like when I started watching them, they were more of like reviewers, and now they're just kind of like throwing out products for you to buy. But
Yeah.
that's where I got really hooked.
I have a backstory about this Dauntless knife that I have here. So it's got a little holster here. It's got flowers on it, you know.
So get that
I
feminine
didn't
side
choose
out.
that, but
Sure.
there's a backstory about this knife. So, um, my father-in-law, my wife's dad, for those who are unaware of what that means, um, so he for a while I don't know if he still gets all of them, but he had like a horrible addiction to Dauntless knives,
Oh.
and I think at one point he had like 12 or something.
Where do you know where they're companied at?
I don't know.
Like headquarters. They're not
Um,
like how I'm trying to think of like how big they are because I had never heard of them, and they're not like
they make super quality knives.
yeah like
I know
that's a
that.
like crazy expensive knife.
Yeah.
Well,
But
not super crazy, but for collectors like us. But just kidding.
he had like 12 at a time or something like that. I don't know.
That's crazy
I
though.
haven't,
I can't
but yeah.
imagine. I like having a bunch of different like types from everywhere. I
Yeah.
can't imagine having like 7 or whatever you said 12 of like basically the same knife. Because I've looked at their website. They just basically like make stuff like that, right? They all kind of
Yeah.
look just fixed blades.
Yeah. But yeah, he had a bunch and I acquired this one from him when he had so at first I had a different one. I don't remember what it was called. It was more of a boxy shape. And it was a little bit smaller. And then he had this one and I traded him for that one. For this one. And I thought it was like the coolest one. And then they started getting a little bit bigger, the company, so they got like smaller ones that were like this. They're like the Work Knife V3 or something. But it's like
Yeah.
this one, but it's like a third, like 2/3 of the size. Just like a little bit more, you can keep it in your pocket and stuff instead of having this like just strapped to your belt all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a bunch. I'll have to talk to him because I don't know how many he has anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I got
really
this
cool.
one.
I don't know. I want to get a way to display mine because I don't get to use them all. I try to be one because a lot of people keep their knives as like safe queens and never like use them with stuff. I really try to like use all my stuff. Unless usually the only reason why I don't use something is I don't want to clean it. Because a lot of the knives I have are carbon have a higher carbon content, and I'm like, eh. But I don't know if I recorded this before I actually started the actual YouTube, or this is gonna be one of my first videos. So actually, this is gonna be interesting. I might have to clip this and like put this on my. I might just put it on my second channel. But like the reason why I'm called Wojak of all trades is when I was making my YouTube, in my mind, the Wojak memes are just the funniest things, and especially the one with the guy like pointing.
The soy jack pointing.
No, not soy jack. Well, I looked up. I did a little bit of research, and soy jacks aren't the. They're the sad ones.
Oh, they're the sad ones.
Wojaks are cool.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like
soy. The Wojaks is like the bearded guy that's like, and then the soy jack is like the.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
He's like whining.
Yeah, so I made sure it was a Wojak because I looked it up and some of them. Yeah. The two. I don't know. I just thought that was really funny at the time, and like I saw one YouTuber I followed. I'm not going to mention because I hate them. No, I was kidding. One YouTuber I followed, he had that in one of his thumbnails of he had like a guest on and they were doing the pose. I'm like, that's actually really funny. But like, I would definitely click on a video. So that's why it's Wojak. I actually made a YouTube channel beforehand and then I forgot the password, so it's out there somewhere. No mods is subscribed to it, I think, on your account, right? Still.
Yeah. Wait. I'm trying to think. I saw it the other day. I was going through all my subscribed.
Yeah, that's funny. But that was just called like Jake of all trades or something.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because Jacob's my name. I'm like, Jake. Oh, that kind of Jack of all trades, Jake of all trades. And I'm like, what if I do Whoa Jack of all trades? That'd be kind of funny. And it fits with the whole like thing. But yeah, the reason I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but the reason why I chose like Jake of all trades initially was like I kind of want to have a YouTube channel because I'm like I like just dipping my toes in a bunch of different stuff. That's not really the definition of a jack of all trades, but kind of like they're good at everything, and I'm like I want to be good at a lot of things. And yeah, it's just like, oh, I might just make a YouTube channel where I post my different interests, and if it blows up, I have a platform where essentially I can just do whatever I want and get paid. Like, that would be the best job ever. So going back to knives through that, I know everybody's probably like, this guy won't stop talking about knives. But, well, then stop watching then, okay? Okay? It's already like an hour in, so maybe, I don't know. I can't tell. It could be 2 hours in. It's definitely not, but it's probably about an hour. Back to knives. I don't, yeah, like I said, I didn't know if I recorded this before I started posting kind of consistently, but I had filmed a video of me like when I was back at home. I had like set a tarp down on the ground and I had put all my knives out like on the tarp, and I did like a thing talking about like each one and how I got it and stuff. And I just never, and then I bought like a bipod to put my phone on and stuff. It was kind of funny. I still have it. It's at home though. I was gonna bring it up here and I forgot. Or did I bring it up here actually? I don't know.
I think I stole it from you, didn't I?
Unless you stole one I didn't know.
I don't know how I got this one, but I got one for my phone, and then I just screwed my camera on it.
Maybe you did. I don't know. Anyways, what was it?
Does Vivitar ring a bell?
Vivitar, probably. It was some Amazon thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I was making a video on all the knives. And I have bought less and less knives recently, but yeah. So
yeah,
I was gonna say I might just go deeper into knives, guys. So if you don't like this, get off. But if you do, like and subscribe. Anyway, so after let's get into the story, I guess. After I got my kukri, I think my next fixation was butterfly knives, or balisongs as the professionals call them. Like, I don't know what inspired it. I was just like, that would be kind of cool to start flipping. Actually, probably just from watching the Blade HQ stuff, because they talked about butterfly knives. And actually, Benchmade, talking about earlier, was like the first to do butterfly knives. So I wanted one of theirs because I don't really want it anymore, but I used to. They have like a titanium ball bearing. So the thing with butterfly knives, you have like normal, I don't even know what to call it, like just normal pivot points where it's just a rod and then the knife goes through it and the handle scales come on and it just spins kind of freely. And then they actually have like ball bearings, like little one, or like what is it called? The thing that spins that have
bearings.
Ball bearings. Just bearings?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just have bearings in them, so they're a lot smoother, obviously, than just a metal rubbing on metal. They have like the ball bearings and the grease and stuff, so spins nice.
Greased plastic inserted ball bearings.
Exactly.
To get fancy with it.
I think this one had like magnetic bearings or something crazy. It was like, it's like a $1,000 knife, $1,000+ knife. This Benchmade one, and like
Jeez.
that used to be like the one I wanted. I was like, I just want that. But
Diamond plated ball bearing. I
exactly
don't know.
titanium and like a magnetic like latch thing I released. But I ended up um, it's a knife called a Kershaw's. I really like their
Oh,
brand. Yeah, and they I think it was one of their first. It was definitely their first ballast song they had made, but it had ball bearings. It was really metal and like heavy. That's one thing I saw in the reviewers. And it's a bit longer, but yeah, it's an amazing butterfly knife, and that one's kind of expensive. It's like $200. That was like the next knife I bought. That was a lot. But I think at this point I had my first job working at Walmart. Let's go. Um,
we at Winco hate Walmarts.
yeah, take it. No, I get it. It deserves it. Just kidding. Walmart's fine. What was I saying? But yeah, I bought that knife and the Kershaw Lucha. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I kind of bought it when it kind of first came out. Not really. And it was like maybe a half a year after it first came out. And then it just became like, it was, I think at that website, it was like one of the most sold knives. And it's an amazing flipper. And I still have it. I only know like 3 tricks. Well, 2.5. I have to relearn the one. I rolled it over like my fingers, I think. But I just know a basic open, and then like, oh, I can. It's like an inverse into, it's called ice pick grip, so it's like flipped down. So it's
Ice pick.
exactly. That's what it's called. That's funny. Yeah, it's an ice pick grip for some reason. But yeah, the blade's facing down, so I think I can open it into the ice pick, and then might be able to close it in the ice pick, and then I can open it normally. And then there's one where I could like roll it. That one was a little bit harder. I don't know that. And I got cut a bunch. Like you can see, like right there. I get cut when I closed it, and I'm holding the wrong handle, and it closes on your hand. So
I love when that
I've been
happens.
nicked a couple times. It nicked me.
It nicked me.
But I know I wish I had all my knives here, but because I don't remember. Yeah, I got that one, and then that's when I just started buying everything in sight. So there's this place. So I live in Oregon. No, just kidding. Oregon's amazing. But I live near Portland.
Location leak.
And I'll say it. It's the Times Square Mall in Beaverton, Oregon. I live there. No, just kidding. No, there's a knife store there. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's the only knife store there. But everybody should go there because they have a fun selection of stuff. They have like really nice stuff, like a ton of Benchmade.
I have been there.
Yeah, you probably
No, yeah, when
you go with me. Oh yeah, we were there. Yeah, that was fun. I forgot about that.
That was fun.
You've been there. Yeah. So as you can see, I was definitely into stuff. But they had a bunch of stuff, and every time I'd go in there, I'd end up buying something. So the only one I have here that I bought from there is this one. I think this is a Hogue. I just read. It's a Hogue, but so Benchmade actually had the patent on this type of lock. It was called the Axis lock, I believe, by Benchmade, and it's still kind of iffy. So, but yeah, I think they actually did it before their patent run out. They just called it something else. But I was this like lock up here that like you push down and it opens. But I like it because it's up where my fingers are. Because some locks are like right in there.
Yeah.
Or like you have.
That's where mine is, right here. You see that?
Yeah. So it just kind of gets.
You can see where I just cut myself.
Yeah. I really like this knife. It's really light and like fast. And I've hold a Benchmade Bug Out is like the competitor. This is a little bit more expensive, but the scales are really nice. They look really pretty. Like I like this. Like it's hard to tell. That's what they do on all the things. Oh my goodness, it's horrible lighting. But yeah, they have like I don't know. They're like
I do like to look at that one.
Greenish black and like the like cool ridges and stuff. I really like the design. I think it looks better and it feels a lot smoother to me. Like when I opened it, I felt like it was an automatic because it's just so smooth and it like just leaps up. Um, this one I bought while I was here. This is a Microtech Ultratech. If you've seen John Wick, he doesn't have one of these, but he has a Microtech. Same with the Joker. Has a Microtech.
Oh, illegal!
Troodon.
Illegal!
But yeah, it's not here in Idaho. All knives.
I know.
Also, there's weird knife laws everywhere. But Idaho is like one of the has like no knife laws. Oregon, I couldn't carry this in my pocket. That would be illegal. But I could legally own anything. I just couldn't carry it. Oregon still carry it, I should say. I could have it openly displayed on my chest. But yeah, this is my first OTF. This was like a very expensive knife for me. Also, I was saying earlier how I don't keep any. I try to use all my knives. With this computer I'm on right now, this laptop. I was like, it was this like little rubber piece that was covering the screws. Like I don't know, there's some stuff like to protect the screws, I guess. But I used this to pry it out, and it snapped the tip off, just like a tiny bit.
I have a funny story with OTF knives like that.
Yeah.
So, my old roommate, like old roommate. So I've had
Not your wife
two
roommate.
roommates, not my wife roommate. She's my third roommate technically.
Yeah. What about me?
My first ever second ever roommate. Shout out to Winston. Coolest dude I've ever lived with. Me and him still hang out sometimes. We hung out the other day actually. No, Jacob.
I'm not the coolest dude.
No, I say that with everyone. Zong was the coolest dude I lived with. Jacob was the coolest dude.
We've never lived together.
Well, technically. I mean, we've spent the night.
Many times.
Anyways, he has a OTF blade. It's not a Microtech.
That's
it's
for out the front.
Amazon thing. Yeah.
By the way. BTW.
And I was messing with it. He's like shooting it into the side of his desk. I'm like, okay, so I did it, and then I bent the tip of it.
Oh.
And then so I tried to bend it back in the desk, and it broke it off. But I don't think he ever realized it. So Winston, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'll buy you a new one if this blows up. Okay?
Don't worry about it. Here's the attendance for my award. All right, watch this. So, well, this is a broken tip, but like if this were to shoot out on you, like that's a bad example because it doesn't have anything to push up against. All right, my hand is right behind this. Oh my god, I'm trusting it. It's not gonna go that deep in the paper.
What are you doing?
Oh, I don't want to do this.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. What are you doing?
I have to do it now. To prove.
For the views. For the views.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not gonna go through.
Now
I don't know. My monkey
piece of
brain was like,
paper.
it's gonna go through, and maybe not want to do it. It like barely poke. It would like poke you, but it wouldn't like stab through your hand like you see in the movies. Like it looks pretty powerful, but it just
now do it with
set
one
off
piece
track.
of paper.
No.
You thought about it?
It probably would be fine.
Okay, no, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it.
But they do have non-automatic OTFs, or I guess they're just TFs. They
slide.
Yeah, but you like recharge them, so there's like a little thing. But there's like a little thing on the side you like pull down, it locks it, and then it's just you press the button to release it. Some of them have buttons, some of them have levers, but those will like they won't like stab through your hand, but they're charged with the spring. They're gonna do some damage.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What's your beef with Benchmade?
Oh, I don't know.
You haven't discussed that.
So my belief is they just have the Benchmade tax, or the butterfly tax is what it's called, because they have a cool little butterfly thing on their knives.
Yeah.
Just every single like Benchmade knife, I've handled like a couple, and I do own one. A little like dagger thing. It's called the SOCP. No, it's SOCP. And it's supposed to be like a self-defense, whatever. It's cool because there's a little ring. It's like, you like flicking around your finger. It's a like dagger thing.
I think
it just
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's one I actually bought at that store in Portland, the mall.
Yeah.
That was like the other one.
The black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, they just haven't come very sharp for being how like $100 or whatever I paid. I've only handled like the 100 to $150 ones. But I bought knives in like that price range that have like Kershaw, for example, just come like really sharp and they're like half the price of those. And the
Oh yeah.
actions I've like felt, and they're just like also the Benchmade Bug Out, which is like their highest seller. It's like I said, it's the copy of this one, or this one copied that one technically, but it sells like crazy. But it's like literally made out of plastic. Like the sides are. This isn't. This is more expensive, like I said, but it's like made out of plastic and just makes it feel just like not the action doesn't feel that good. It wasn't that sharp. I don't know, and I've just all the Benchmade knives I've felt are like kind of disappointing. So Benchmade,
Yeah.
send me some knives. Change my mind. We're down for that.
You don't
Yeah,
need to change my mind, Benchmade. You're
you
beautiful.
got you got them bought out. Anyways, it's actually funny. Portland, Oregon, like that area, and kind of up into Washington, like we kind of have our own like nice kind of valley area. They have like they're kind of like the knife capital of the world because we have, I believe, Benchmade, CRKT, Gerber, like just a bunch of huge names. There's like another high end one. There's just a bunch. Like you can look it up.
Swiss Army.
Swiss Army, no, that's in Switzerland. Just kidding. But yes, my favorite non-American brand, Spyderco. I really like Spyderco's. If you want to, if somebody wants a really nice knife and is willing to spend like hundreds of bucks on a knife or like a folder everyday carry, this one's all greasy. Like
That one's probably my favorite
nice.
one out of your collection.
Yeah, I bought this where he lives in.
Yep.
Just kidding. I'm not gonna say. Where he
Wait,
or not where he lives now, but where you grew up.
Where my parents live.
Your parents live. I bought this one.
Where'd you buy that one?
Just some like sporting store. I don't get any specifics because they will find you. Just kidding.
Was it?
No.
Okay. Censor that out.
I just love. So I learned how to do this Spidey flick, which is using middle finger and just flick it.
Oh yeah.
And it's my favorite way because you can keep control with like your pointer. So it's like instead of like, I don't know, how do people normally like your thumb would normally do it, I guess.
That's how I
like
do
bring
it.
it, move your hand, but like I don't know. I feel like this position, I'm just like ready to go. My thumbs on. I just have more control. And this one also has a back lock. There you go. You can see it.
Yeah.
So like it's open, and then you just boop.
Boop.
So that's a cool one. Talking about Microtef. The year.
I don't have very many knives here.
I know. The year is 2022. Yeah.
I have like a massive machete. Like I went to. Where did I go? I went somewhere. Where I grew up, and I just looked for the biggest machete, and it was a Gerber. I think it was Dick's. Yeah, I just found the biggest machete, and I found it, and I was cutting down a bunch of like weeds in my neighbor's yard.
Yeah,
and I didn't know it was my neighbor's yard because I think I was like 12 or something.
Yeah.
But they come out, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just cutting down weeds." They're like, "Oh, don't hurt yourself. Have fun." I'm like, "Okay." And then I went inside. My mom's like, "What were you doing in the neighbor's yard?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know."
That's funny.
Cutting down weeds.
They see like a little kid with a giant machete. Like, what
yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. My cousin gave me a machete. I have my cousin who lives in Arizona. Shout out Garrett. He's a cool guy. He got it. He actually bought a bunch of knives with me too. He went to that same store. And they don't live there anymore. But he gave me a bunch of knives for like my birthday and stuff, which I need to send him something for his birthday because he's done that with my birthdays. I haven't done it with him. Just a bad person. I'm horrible with people's birthdays, guys. I'm just sad. But he gave me like a little machete thing. It was fun. It was like long enough for it to wobble back and forth, like side to side, like on the not on like the cutting edge, but like
Oh yeah.
like we're doing my
That wouldn't
hands
be
on
good
knives,
if
it
it
was like this
wobbled
way.
like
Yeah,
this.
not like this. Like, yeah, it was fun. But yeah, I think this is my last. Oh no, this is second to last knife that I have here in college. But the
Oh,
year
I've never seen that one.
was 2022. Just kidding. There's this TV show called The Terminal List. If you guys haven't seen it, watch it. It's a phenomenal military. I don't even know how to describe it. I guess military thriller. It's based on it's a Navy SEAL. It's actually based on a book, but it's a Navy SEAL who like goes rogue after his team gets like blown up, and he's trying to figure out who done it. But in that show, he has. I need to clean this thing. In that show, based on the guy who wrote the book was a Navy SEAL, so it's very like accurate and like military stuff. Very realistic in my opinion, and the book's even better. So I recommend reading the book first. But in the show I was going back. The guy who wrote the book is friends with a guy named Henry Winkler. Or no, yes, I think that's the guy's name. That's also an actor's name, but I'm pretty sure that's also the guy's name at the. I don't know. Winkler is his last name. The guy who makes these knives, but now he owns the company that makes the knives. He made a bunch of hatchets for Navy SEALs, and well, really anybody, but a bunch of Navy SEALs got them. And the guy who wrote the book was friends with this guy, and he's like, "Hey, can I throw your hatchet in my book?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So he has that hatchet. It's the Winkler Tomahawk or something. I don't know the exact name. But yeah, it ended up being put in the movie, and it has this really like aggressive like point on the tip. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like normal hatchet blade, and there's like a little point at the top. So yeah, it kind of looks like that's the chopping edge. There's a little point at the top, and then so it's meant for killing. Anyways, that guy Winkler. So I saw those hatchets on there. I'm like, those are so cool. I want to get one. So I ended up finding the company. So I watched the TV show, and he actually made the knives for the movies Last of the Mohicans, which isn't a super popular movie, but it's actually our grandma's favorite movie.
Oh, really?
Which I didn't. Oh, it might not be her. It's one of her favorites. I think her favorite movie is probably To Kill a Mockingbird, I think.
Mm.
I know that's her favorite book, but anyways, he makes this knife, which is like the Winkler. It's either I think it's like belt knife or something, but it's like crazy durable. I really like. I can't remember what this is called. I've been out. I haven't really looked at knife stuff, but it's like grip stuff. Yeah, for like that's where you rest your thumb. I can't remember what it's called.
Right here.
But yeah, it's super thick, high carbon steel. It's cool because this is called a tang. It keeps the knife all sturdy and stuff. Because it just makes it stronger when the metal. It's when the metal, like the blade, keeps going down into the knife, the metal from that, and it just makes it so it's like one piece. So it makes it really strong. But this one thins out, so it saves on weight, kind of. It doesn't really matter that much, but it's a cool aesthetic thing. But it keeps the same strength. But yeah, and then the wood. This is wood scales. I think it's like maple, and they just look so like this is the reason why I liked it. Like the blade shape's kind of cool, I guess, but really the scales and the jimping. I don't know what it's called. That could be a racist term. I don't know, but whatever. Like this grip. Okay. No, the jimping.
Isn't that what it's called?
No, I'm pretty sure it's jimping, but I could look it up. I'm too lazy. Anyways, I thought it looked super cool, and this was a really expensive buy that I got. It also comes with this sick like leather mixed with Kydex sheath, so like a plastic, and it has leather on the inside too, so it protects like the plastic kind of. It just makes it like nice and soft, and then it has like a nice little belt clip. It's a little bit bulky, but yeah, it's one of my favorites. I have used it for stuff, but it's also meant for killing, and I end up buying knives that are meant for hurting people. But like, I just think they look cool. Okay, I'm not out to get you. Okay,
or is
he anybody?
So do you see this hole here?
Yeah.
So this actually wasn't there. If you take off this
scale,
yeah, there's a bunch of holes in there. but this
Oh.
big hole
Okay.
is the should probably censor that. If you yeah, so just I
Oh.
almost said his name.
I'll bleep that. I'll bleep
You know
it.
what?
I'll
I'm
bleep
just
it.
gonna say his name.
Okay.
Shout out Justin.
Last name?
No. He milled this. What is it? Like
Sure. Drilled.
drilled it. He drilled it with like a press,
mill.
like a drill press.
Oh,
A mill. Yeah, he milled it with a corn mill.
corn.
He drilled that with a corn mill.
Mhm.
No. He just thought it looked cool, and I think it looks cool. I like it.
Oh, it is cool. Add some character. Add some uniqueness. That's what I like about knives.
Yeah,
Speaking of
because none of them have
knives,
this. Sorry, what?
Speaking of non-unique knives, I just got a Leatherman. This is my most recent purchase.
Ooh.
It's just been nice at school, and I've always my dad had a Leatherman growing up. He uses it for work. I go, and we actually have the same one, which is kind of funny. I just wanted one with all the tools, but yeah.
Do you have the Walmart version, the Kodak Pro or
Kodak
something
Pro.
like that?
I think I probably did. That I
Our
just
grandpa
picked up.
had a bunch of those.
Oh yeah, no, I probably got one from grandpa.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, but it's just nice having it at school, because really it's just the little screwdriver and the big screwdriver is like what I need, and pliers are always just, I feel like I never need pliers, and then when I do, like, it's the only tool that will get the job done, and not having them is super inconvenient. So needle nose pliers, I just want like the longest, skinniest needle nose pliers. I always feel like I need them to like get inside something, and like a screw falls down in like in between like the car seats, and you need to grab it. It's like, I don't know.
You just like turn your fingers into Slenderman and just
I got
nibble it out.
tiny little fingers and like giant palms. And I can't get anything.
I've got like,
I don't have long
see,
fingers.
this is my hand right next to my face.
Oh my goodness.
No.
This is my hand next to my face. Well, actually, it would be like this. Because my fingers are tiny. Alright, if you guys are still here, thank you for listening to this podcast that probably should have been 2 separate podcasts. This is probably going to come out like very early Tuesday morning, and everybody's going to be like, what's going on? But it is going to blow up. Since we have the famous No Mods here. Go follow him on... Yeah, what do you want them to follow you on at?
Twitch, YouTube. It's all, well, Twitch is No Mods here, but the last E is a 3. If you go check out my YouTube, just look at No Mods here, one word.
Right.
And then it's linked in the description of all my videos. So,
and
then I just opened up my Discord for the public.
Announcement? Is this the official Discord announcement?
This is the official Discord announcement in the Moon podcast.
So we're going to get 2 knife guys who are listening to us to follow that because they're still here.
Oh, yeah.
The official Discord. What happens
if you want to see knife, go to that Discord.
God. Okay.
No. It's like just knives, like just laid out on like silk cloth.
I don't think you would just say that word in general. Well, I don't think you would say that word. Before we get canceled, what do you say? Do you say something I have to bleep out?
Say something we have to bleep out?
No, I'm saying, did you just say something I have to bleep out?
Yeah.
I talked over. Okay. I don't know what I was saying.
Wait, I don't know. What did? I don't think I did. I think the last word I said that needed to be bleeped out was, but I don't. That was. I'm gonna stop because this is gonna be a lot of work for you.
Oh, it's already like an hour and 20. All right. If you guys are still here, thank you for watching. I said this a while ago, but thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the views. We got to get ourselves up there. This is official announcement from Wojak. I'm gonna make a video on this on my second channel eventually, but
and then all of the No Mods here gang that's watching this right now, go. Am I pointing the right direction? No, I pointed the right. Go subscribe to Wojak of all trades and follow him on Twitch. I think he did one Twitch stream. Or do you have a Twitch?
I do. I never did a stream though.
Go follow Wojak, who hasn't done a
Better.
single stream on Twitch.
Okay.
On my end, it's over here, so I'm just pointing at the end of my monitor.
All right. Click on this link. It's gonna be moving. It's gonna be following my finger right now. It's not. It's.
Follow the Dreamable picture that's gonna be pasted on my face right now.
Okay. We gotta get out of here before he canceled. Oh, what was I gonna say? You made me lose track.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was doing an official Wojak drop of things, but I want to put out a video about me. I'm speedrunning becoming what No Mods is, a major influencer, a major YouTuber. I'm speedrunning it, so come to my channel for the speedrun tips and tricks on me speedrunning YouTube. And on that note, let's get out of here.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Bye.
Give a like and a follow. Follow him on Spotify. Wait, do you have Spotify anymore
do.
for your podcast? Okay.
Okay.
Follow him on YouTube. Follow me on subscribe to me on YouTube. Like every one of my videos so we can surpass Wojak's following. Subscribing.
I like how we've said that like 30 times, and it's still going. I haven't ended it yet. We're still we're still going. It's gonna be uncutted, uncensored.
I have a word that can make you cut it.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, say it. Say the phrase that I will cut, and this will be the end.